Hello, everyone. It's MJ. How is everyone? Can you see and hear me okay? Let me know in the comments. I see there's a few people here. It's great to see you. Hello, William. How are you doing? It's great to see you. Happy Saturday morning to everyone. Hello, Sarah. What's going on? It's so nice to see everyone this morning. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Nose in a Book. I can see and hear you great. Awesome. Thank you so Wow, now everybody's getting in. Hello, the Bookubus. It's great to see you here. Oh, we have so many great people. Mindy's here. Fantastic. So today we're going to do the same type of format like we did with Criminale. So first of all, thanks for everyone for checking out the live and for commenting and for saying hello. And also, I want to say hello to all the people that are going to be watching this on replay. Sorry you couldn't make it this time, but you're here in spirit. Hello, Gareth. Hello, Dogger Musings. Hello, Stargator. Hello, everyone. Hello, Channel of a Disappointed Man. So good to see everyone. So Crystal from Fiber Artsy is here. And we're basically going to do the same thing like we did last week. So this is going to be a Q&A that I'm going to do with Crystal, and we're going to hold off on your questions until we get through the questions that she and I talked about, and then we're going to open it up for anyone to ask any questions and talk BookTube. All right, so I'm going to bring Crystal out now. She's backstage. Hello, Crystal.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
How are you?
Cheers.
We have so many awesome people here. I just want to highlight some people. So we've got William.
Hi.
We got Sarah from Turning Pages. We have Michelle. We have Nose in a Book.
Hey.
Let's see. We've got Greg
There's
for Newer
Greg.
Bibliophile Reads. Roy is here. Hi, Roy.
Hi, Roy. Hi, Alex.
Alex is here. Thrills and Teals is here. It's wonderful. Mindy's here.
Hi, Mindy.
Channel of a Disappointed Man. You are a long way. Right?
Excuse me.
Oh, let's see. Hi, everyone. Everyone's saying hello. It's wonderful. I hope everyone is having an awesome day so far. Jess is here. All right. So we're going to get started with our Q&A. And like I said, this is just going to be chill, just like it was before. And hold off on your questions until we open it up. And then we'll get into like BookTube stuff. All right. So Crystal, thank you so much for doing this. This is awesome. So
thanks for asking me.
You're welcome. So tell everyone about your channel. How did it all start?
Well, my channel has sort of a long history.
That's okay. We got this.
I started several years ago now, maybe 20, I don't even know. We'll say 2012 for the heck of it. But making more crafty type videos. I was talking about like cross stitching and embroidery work. And so I was doing that for a little while. And then I just life got in the way and I stopped making videos for several years. Sort of in that time, though, I started really getting back into reading. And of course, discovered BookTube. So that was probably about 2019 when I started since it's the New Year's appropriate, I made a resolution that year of 2019 to let's read more books. That was my resolution that year.
Okay.
I missed reading. I used to read a lot and then, life. So
yeah.
And so then by reading, I just found BookTube and it kind of spiraled from there. And I, connected with some folks and I said, I'm gonna throw my hat into the ring. And so I put up my very first book chat video, April 2021. And so my channel just turned into a more bookish chat video or channel. So that's it. Yeah.
That's awesome. So what do you think when you first started out your channel? What do you think were the biggest obstacles for you to overcome?
For me, it was getting the nerve to, for me, it's kind of like a restart, getting that nerve to kind of restart, and could I sort of find my little place in the bookish community and that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
And could I keep up the consistency? That was, because that's kind of the one thing that fizzled out, was finding the time to actually do it and stuff like that. So that that was kind of like that first, like, the nerves at the first was like just getting that first one going,
Absolutely. And I'm sure
because I was really nervous about just starting it again,
and I'm sure
Yeah.
everyone in the comments can agree that the hardest step is just doing your first video
Yeah.
and uploading it.
Yeah,
Uploading it is
exactly.
the hardest part because then you're just offering up to, everyone on the web.
You just kind of do this,
Yeah.
and-
Right. Now look. All right.
Yeah,
So what do you think, since you've been on BookTube for this long, what do you think some challenges are that you see now?
I don't know that I think still probably consistency. I because we have work full time and
Yeah.
family and kid, and we all have a life, right? And so
Mhm.
I'm still kind of worried about, like, well, maybe not worry, but trying to keep that's just the consistency, so that because I do enjoy it, right? So
Yeah.
and so I kind of want to make sure that I'm just keeping up with it, even if it's just one video a week or one video a month sometimes. But I think just for me, just kind of keeping up that consistency is an obstacle, and trying to keep fresh with with the videos and that kind of thing too.
Absolutely. Do you find that well, let me go back to when you first started your channel. Do you remember the first book that you talked about?
I don't remember. I remember because it was kind of like April. I think I talked about, like, here's some of my favorite books I read so far this year, kind of
Cool.
thing. So I don't remember specifically, but that's kind of
Yeah.
how I started out.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think nailing down a schedule or trying to be consistent can sometimes put pressure on people, but it also takes away pressure too, because
Mhm.
you know what you have to do when you have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I love is I do my weekly video. At
Yes.
least, like, just my
Yes.
weekly wrap up. This is what I read, and
Mhm.
that I can fit in my life. The other stuff can
Absolutely.
kind of, come in and out. But
Yeah.
I do like my little weekly chat, for me personally, anyway.
Mhm.
Just because I have to talk about books every week, right? At
Yeah.
least once. And so
Mhm.
for me, that's the one thing that I try to do every week. And so yeah.
Yeah. And then I say after my schedule is done, if you get any extra videos for me, that's just icing on the cake.
Exactly. Right. I squeeze a tag in or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
never know. You never know if you get the urge or you get the free time or whatever, and you feel like
Yep.
creating, you just jump in and create.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is some of the best advice you either received from other booktubers, that you gleaned from other booktubers that inspired you? What are some of the, like, the lessons or advice that you learned?
It sounds cheesy, but the old just be yourself, right?
Yeah.
People know when you're kind of being your authentic self here,
Yeah.
and when you're, folks that maybe aren't so authentic, and I think people feel that, so I just try to be myself, and I am like, what you see is what you get from me here. So,
Mhm.
and some people connect with that, maybe some don't, so, which is fine. But I think that's really important for people, is just be yourself. And as sort of maybe cheesy as that sounds,
Yeah.
So when I first found BookTube, or early on, I found, like, Rachel from the Shades of Orange, and so she's always always like how she talks about books. So
Mhm.
I was trying to, like, maybe I can be a little bit like Rachel. And then people like Brad Proctor, who was an early channel who I
Yeah.
found on here, and I always loved how he's talked about books. And so
Mhm.
I was like, watching and kind of doing this, what can I learn from these people? So those are some of the early channels that
Mhm.
I've found early on, and definitely kind of gave me a little kick in the butt to put that first one out. So
It's
yeah.
like inspirational and motivating too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you see
Yep.
people do it and you're like, well, I think I could do that. I could
Yeah,
put
exactly.
my
Yeah.
hat in the ring.
Especially once you've connected with them, like, outside of their videos, which
Yeah.
I started doing, also. So, like, I
Mhm.
joined Rachel's, Patreon,
Mhm.
but Brad had his Discord, so I was like, let me join in there. And so we started chatting with the people in there, and I connected with all the people that were in that space, Kelly Hooked on Books, and Jay and all this folks are there, and Mindy, and so once you kind of get to know people that way, it's kind of easier also to like feel comfortable about uploading that first video, because that's what I did, because I was like, hey guys, I did a thing, once I put that first one up, and they were of course very supportive, and I was like, okay, I feel good about this now.
So would you agree with me when I say that community really is like the backbone of what we do?
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think so too.
Yes.
Right? You have to have the community support, and when you build friendships, that's just like icing on the cake as well, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. What advice would you give someone that has just started a channel or is thinking about a channel, or someone just starting out?
So just like we just said, if you're thinking about it, just get that first video out of the way.
Yeah.
Just gotta sit down, do it, and put it up there,
Absolutely.
But also, make some of these connections, like you do with the small BookTube stuff,
Yeah.
And say, here, I did a thing, what do you guys think about this?
Yeah.
So everyone will be supportive, and so and kind of think about what you're kind of wanting to do with your channel, or you want to do, a bunch of book reviews, or whatever. What is your goal? Or you want to really connect with the community? Think about that too, about kind of what you're wanting from it, or what you wanted to give, from it at the same time. And then just make that first video, and it can be hard. You may make a few and delete them, but make that one and just get it out there. And I think once you get that first one out of the way, it's so much easier, because you just are like, oh.
Right. Now, do you ever go back and watch your old videos?
No.
I
do. No way.
I watched somebody was watching some of my old videos, and I'm like, oh God, what are they watching? And I pulled it up, and I'm like, that was you? That was a year ago?
I can't do it. Okay.
Somebody called me in a comment once, baby MJ. I'm like, yeah, that was baby MJ. I kind of like grew up a little bit through BookTube.
Like, it was not that long ago, but I don't want to go there.
Oh, I know. So let's talk about your genres. Like, what do you like to read? What do you read? Because some people in the comments may not know exactly what your channel is all about.
Yeah, so I do read across some pretty broad genres, but I do love my horror. I like a lot of horror. I do read a lot of science, some science fiction, some fantasy every now and then, some just general sort of literary fiction, historical fiction, middle grade stuff. I do read a bunch of middle grade. But yeah, I read a lot, but I definitely read a lot more horror than anything else.
What are you reading? Yeah. What are you reading this weekend?
I've gone to see The Riverman by Christopher Triana, which is kind of more of an extreme type of story. I'm maybe about a third of the way through, so we'll see how that one goes.
Awesome.
This one's more just I gotta know, because everybody keeps talking about it.
Yeah, I keep seeing it. Was it Kelsey's?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's her book club pick this month. So so let me read this one finally. I've read one other book by him, and it's like probably one of the craziest books I've ever read. So I said, okay, let me check this one out.
Awesome. Yeah. So I think that covers the majority of the questions that we talked about. So now we're going to open it up to anybody in the audience. Do you have questions for Crystal regarding BookTube stuff? I'm just going to go through and highlight some, because there has been a lot of chat since we've been talking. Oh man, let's see. We've got, okay. Matthew from Man with the Hat Who Reads is here. William says we can still talk amongst each other during the interview. Yes, you can. Matthew says, how's everyone doing? Ollie Siri says, hey. Gareth is here, says, hi, Ollie. William says, very good. Hope to get a secondhand book I bought on Monday. Stargator, what is Crystal's channel name? Her channel name is Fiber Artsy. And I'm sure someone probably alluded to that. Yeah, there we go. Kelly Hooked on Books is here. Courtney's here. Everybody's saying,
I know my channel name is kind of weird, but like I said, I've been Fiber Artsy on the internet almost since like the internet. So it's just, that's just,
It's who you are.
It's just the name I always use.
Yeah, and it's who you are. Jess says, good morning to everyone. I love bookish people. See, this is such a great group on Saturdays. I enjoy Crystal's beautiful personality. It comes through easily. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Courtney.
Isn't that nice? Notes in the book. Join the club. Gareth, Voxer has been good for me for making friends with booktubers. Yeah. I don't like talking on Voxer, though. I'm still weird about that. Courtney says, I love the name Nose in a Book. Thank you. We got some things going back and forth. Courtney, yes. It's clear how lovely Crystal is. Aw. Let's see. Sarah says, hi, folks. Hello, Sarah. This community is great.
I had another thing about the community, though. I think for people for starting out and are wanting to maybe build, get subscribers and get people to watching their videos.
Yeah.
I think that community piece is important. And I think one thing that I personally enjoy doing is I love joining the events.
Yeah.
Join into the readathons, do the buddy reads, the book clubs, do the stuff if it's something that you want to do, because for me, that is how I've connected with so many people through here, is by joining in events. And so even for myself, in December, I co-hosted an event, Christmas Evil. And so when I saw someone posting a video about Christmas Evil, I automatically subscribed to that person, because I was like, oh, they're probably cool people. They enjoy horror reading, probably. That's going to be a cool channel I want to check out. And I didn't know them before. Right. So, but by them participating in the event, I was like, oh, okay, we might be, some similar folks here. So I immediately subscribed, and
that's awesome.
And now watching their channel. So I think that, if you're looking to sort of grow your channel, if you're a newer person, I think hopping into these events is a way to do that. And the people find you that way because they're also doing the events or whatever. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's your advice with overbooking events for yourself? Because we get FOMO, right? We always want to participate in all the events.
I do them all. So
yeah.
Yeah, I want to do them all at least anyway. And I just really like to support my pals, my friends. And so when they put an event, I'm like, I'm going to join it, Yeah. They have a book club. I'm going to try to read it. So I make a list, okay, here's what we're reading this month for this particular book clubs and all of these events. And I get to what I get to. I put it on my list, but I personally don't stress it out too much, Yeah. Like if I can find time for it, I do it. I want to at least put it on the list and talk about it on my channel, so make other people aware if they're not, or, and if I get to it, I get to it, and no, I don't. Again, we kind of talked a little bit earlier about mood, how you mood read, but but I like to at least put it on my list,
Absolutely. And the intention is there.
Exactly. Yeah. And a lot of times it's just, getting the word out too for other folks. So, or, making sure you're, someone else is aware of this cool, awesome readathon that's coming up, or, whatever. So, yeah. Or were you aware of this book club? Because, they've been reading cool books all year, or, that kind of thing. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's see. We've got, it's true, I really smile outside my videos. This is my happy place. Aw. Mindy says, I love BookTube community I found here. Everyone is so supportive. Kelly, Hooked on Books. The book community is so welcoming and supportive. We got some agreement going on. Greg says, I finished On to See the Riverman a few weeks ago. It was good, but not great.
Yeah, I'm just going to say.
Okay, here we go. Garrett says, Crystal, what has surprised you while you've been doing BookTube?
I think just that people want to watch me, I guess. It's still kind of like, you guys want to watch me talk about books? I don't know that, because I don't want to say I'm like simple, but my videos are kind of simple in that way. I'm not a super eloquent speaker, when it comes to the themes of books and all that. But I just love to talk about books, and so I think that people still sit there and watch me talk about books is still kind of a surprise.
Yeah, but your love of books shows through, and that's what makes people keep coming back, Yeah. That's why I subscribed a long time ago.
Thanks.
Let's see. Jess asks, Crystal, what is some of your favorite authors?
Well, let's see. Isn't that the loaded question? I love Neil Gaiman. I do really love Chuck Palahniuk. He's just someone I've been reading forever and ever and ever, so he's just kind of always a fave. I do like Margaret Atwood. A newer fave is Poppy Z. Bright. I now want to, because finally read my first Poppy Z. Bright, so last year it was my favorite book, and one of my favorite books ever now is Exquisite Corpse, so now I want to read like everything Poppy Z. Bright. Who else? Haley Piper. I absolutely love Haley Piper. I think she is just doing amazing stuff with horror these days and bringing a new spin to the genre. And I'm just, if she puts it out, I'm going to read it. And
Nice.
I loved everything by Haley Piper. So those are some few that come to mind.
I love automatic authors. I'm not even going to read the blurb. Just tell me they have a new book out and that will now
just give it to me.
Yeah.
And Be Capture too is the same.
Now I have to get it from the library because I'm on that stupid book ban. But
I know, right?
All right, Michelle asks, what are your favorite videos you filmed so far? I love it when you made the kitty litter cake. Yeah, that was fun.
Oh my God, my Garbagas video. Yeah.
That was good.
Oh, that cake was crazy. But one I really enjoyed making. I don't think a lot of people watched it, just probably because of what I was talking about, was a video I did for World Down Syndrome Day. And I did it, was it last year or year before, I think. And giving book recommendations that have characters with Down syndrome, because that's sort of personal to my heart. My son has Down syndrome. And so I had this kind of long time project of reading books that have characters with Down syndrome in them to kind of see if they're good or not, because sometimes just not have good representation. So I made this really long video of like everything from like kids pictures books up to some adult books I had that I felt the representation of the character was done really well. And I really loved the thing because it was just kind of a from the heart video of something that I wanted to put out there.
When is World Down Syndrome Day?
It is March.
It's coming up on March
21st. It's March 21st to celebrate because folks have 3 of the 21st chromosomes. That's what makes Down syndrome. So it's always on 3/21, March 21st. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's coming up.
Wonderful. Okay, so we've got Fred popped in. He said, good morning, everyone.
Hey,
I'm saying hello to Fred. I love Crystal's channel. Alex asks, Crystal, what are you looking forward to this year, reading and BookTube wise?
Well, reading more Poppy Z. Bright. Alex, I'm looking forward to some of this, Garb-August. I'm like already just like, I'm already ready for Garb-August.
Mindset we're in.
I'm already there, Haley Piper's got some new books coming down the pipeline, so we'll definitely be reading those. I might have something coming up in March that I'm kind of excited about.
Okay, cool.
Wink, wink, nod, nod.
Well, teaser
that I'm looking forward to. Yeah.
Okay.
And just really, I just want to read from my shelves a lot more this year. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. Because I have so many books. It's crazy. So, I just want to read. I just want to read all these books.
There you go.
Yeah.
We're all in the same boat. And you're on the challenge, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What number are you?
I'm at 30.
Nice.
Out of 100. So
nice.
I'm feeling good. I'm just
good.
Yeah. I haven't really been tempted.
Yeah, it's not as bad as I make it to be. It's not bad.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Absolutely. Kay Jones is here saying hello, everyone. Thrills and chills. It's so easy to overbook yourself. Yes, it is.
It is. Because everything sounds so fun.
I know you don't want to miss out.
I know.
Let's see, Mindy says joining events and book clubs is my favorite part of the BookTube experience. I'm definitely overbooked though. Yeah.
Me too, Mindy. I love it. That's what I love about it, for sure. Yeah. It's just people are so creative with their events, and they just put a lot of work into it too. So you want to support because because it's work,
Work, right?
Yeah.
William says, asks, have you done your own live stream before? If so, is it reading sprints or something else?
Me, I have not. No.
Okay.
I really don't have the capability for it right now. I have this whole beat up computer, so I really need to get like a new laptop. We need a new laptop in this house, just in general. But
Yeah.
if I ever, once we kind of do that, I could maybe, do that because it'll be easier. Because I do everything from my phone. I'm one of the phone people, so
I'm on the phone
one
too.
of those things, for beginners, like your phone's fine. But,
Totally.
you don't have to have all the,
Mhm.
your phone does good stuff. So yeah.
That's my phone. I'm talking about books, right?
Yeah.
All right. Stargator says, can you explain how a book club works? That's a loaded question because there's different clubs.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Do you want to answer that?
Well,
How?
most that I'm in are, if they're here on BookTube, they usually pick one book a month, and that's what we read for the month. And most of them are kind of themed. So like, Kelly Hooked on Books has her From Hell book club where we read vintage horror, and then she has a new one where we read indie horror. Ollie's got his birth year book club, so everybody in that club are just kind of throwing names into the hat, and then people are voting on what to read. So, but we still read the same book every month. I think most clubs read the same book every month.
Right. And just to break it down, it's not a club like you need membership or something. They're basically saying this is a group read, and they're calling it a club because it's under one channel. But anyone can participate in basically any book club.
Yeah, you just read and you chat about it as you go. Or some people host like a live stream at the end of the month, and people chat about it during that time. Yeah, they do it different ways, but
but yeah, it's not exclusive or anything like that, and it's open to anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, Gareth says, I agree that the events make BookTube come alive. Yeah. That's interesting. Chuck Palahniuk is one I'm about to discover. I have 5 of his books, but haven't started any yet. Ollie's like, yay, Garbagus. 1.5, 1.5. Alex says, I need to read more from my shelves too. John is here. John, I've picked BookTube officially. Me and one are arguing and not okay. All right. Well, think about it and see if you want to come back. The Kindle deals are the hardest to skip for the Read What You Own challenge. So many temptations.
Oh man, I just been deleting those like BookBub emails. I'm not even looking at it.
I still go through them, but
I don't even look.
I told myself, I said, if there's a book for free, I am getting it because there's no money transaction involved. So I mean, I've downloaded more shifter romance and more cheesy books that are perfect for Garbagus, and I don't feel bad about it at all. Not one bit.
I did pick out my you get the Amazon first free book of the month thing, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Prime. I did do that one, but
nice.
I just been deleting them. No temptation.
Right. No Son of Book says, reading from the shelves. Yes, I'm not participating in the Read Your Shelves challenge because I have my own TBR project going, but I'm loving watching everyone's Read Your Shelves videos. Oh, what's going on? Oh, they're just talking to each other. I don't have shelves. I just have stacks. Yeah, stacks are good too.
Stacks, shelves, and stacks.
Right. Cool. Absolutely. All right. Anyone have any other questions for Crystal? Crystal, I don't know if you want to hang out and continue with the hour. Oh gosh, shifter romance. Oh
come on, Greg.
Hey, it's free.
Don't be a fuddy-duddy.
It's free and it's Garbagus appropriate. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying you don't know till you try.
Absolutely. All right. What other questions do we have? And for anyone that's new to BookTube, you can ask questions about thumbnails, titles, equipment. And you talked about your iPhone. What do you use to edit your videos?
I use iMovie.
Okay.
Right there on the phone. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'm pretty low key on editing.
Yeah.
I insert pictures. I maybe add a little music. But I don't always take it all my ums and ahs. I'm just, like I said, I'm kind of, you get what you get from me. I just kind of sit down and talk. So, I have a lot of restarts, basically.
Yeah. And sometimes I think those were the best videos, honestly. Michelle asked, do you use a microphone, Crystal?
I do. I just have one of those little clippy kinds, you know. Yeah.
Okay. Greg, I'll wait for the blogfish shifter romance. Someone is going to write that.
It's out there, I'm sure.
Oh,
It has to be.
When it's 0 cents and $0, I will let you know for sure. Oh my gosh. And what do you for thumbnails? What do you do for thumbnails? Just camera, just photos and not everything?
Yeah,
Nice.
Canva, yeah.
Sometimes you got to keep it simple, right?
It's simple, yeah.
And
you know, for again, is what's important for me is that I have to keep it simple.
Yeah.
If I start getting too involved,
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably, it won't work for me, you know,
Yeah.
because of my life, right?
Right.
And so keeping it simple makes it easier for me to keep making the videos.
Absolutely.
So
Once it starts feeling like work or a job, I'm done.
yeah, or like, oh, I have to spend hours editing this video, or I'm like, that's not me. That's not my life. So, yeah, it's kind of, and I'm not negative anyway, but you get what you get from it. You know what I mean? Like,
and I think your content is awesome.
So it's just, you know, some people, you know, really like to polish up their things, and I love watching those videos. But yeah.
Nice. Michelle's asking, Crystal, do you know how many books you own? Eyeing your shelves.
It's easy for me to say thousands.
Yeah.
If you between physical and ebook, for sure.
Nice.
Easily. And that sounds gross saying that, but
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I read a lot, and I used to read a lot, like in, you know, my teens, 20s, and so I have a lot of all those books. I still have a lot of them, you know, and so basically in my 30s, I didn't read very much.
Yeah.
But then I started reading again,
Mm-hmm.
and then I started buying again.
Yeah.
And I'm a thrift store junkie, so a lot of my books are secondhand and cheap.
Oh yeah.
And or used bookstores, you know. And I
Mm-hmm.
love the thrill of the hunt, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in like old school old school
Yeah.
paperbacks and stuff, because you can't, you know, a lot of those are just either expensive online, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you find something out in the wild and it's like 50 cents and you're just like screaming in the store, you know.
There's no better feeling.
Oh my God, I love it.
Walking into someplace and they just have books. And I'm telling you, that's the one part that I miss the most being on this book buying ban is just hunting for
shopping. Yeah.
Cheap, exactly. Awesome book.
Yep.
Oh, telling you. Gareth agrees. Keeping it simple works, especially once you get used to it and kind of relax on camera. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Do you still consistent upload? Oh, do you have a consistent uploading schedule? Like a day and a time?
For me, I record mostly on Saturdays because that's kind of my free day.
Yeah.
So I will do that, like I said, that weekly chat. I'll record and usually upload that on a Saturday. Mm-hmm. So sometimes it's in the evening, but it's not necessarily a certain time. It just depends. It'll be on a Saturday at some time. Yeah. Okay. And then like if I record other videos on that Saturday, I'll usually release those throughout the week. So, and I try to space them out. So maybe like Monday, Wednesday, or Monday, Friday or something. I'm really not consistent with the schedule. Mm-hmm. Again, you get what you get. That's Saturday I have, sort of like, that's my filming day. I do it in the morning, before, maybe my family wants to do something for the day, or something. So yeah. I do it in the mornings, and then I kind of work everything throughout the week and kind of, spit them out through the week.
Absolutely. And that's one reason why people should hit the notification bell for your channel. If you don't have a specific schedule,
yeah, I'm not
you'll get notified when your content gets uploaded. Absolutely. Oh, there's Watson. He's making noise. All right. So let's see. I'm a thrift store junkie too.
I know.
I love the thrill of the hunt.
I know. Oh
thrift stores are the best. Treasure hunting.
It is.
Thrill of the hunt. Yeah, Crystal, creeping the shelves. Oh, no worry. We understand.
And like library sales. Oh.
Yo, I can't wait for mine. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm going all in this year. I see you have FlossTube videos too. I do feel like you can incorporate both fiber arts and book content in your videos. Or do you feel like you can do that? Quitter asking here, or Quilter. She's a quilter.
Yeah. I do every now and then. We'll throw up a stitchy video, but my stitchy bug, as we call it, has been kind of absent. So have not really stitched very much, the past couple years. But like I host a little event in September for Stitchy. It's called Spooky Smalls September. And so I did post that video because I had that base of kind of Stitchy folks from when I was first, making videos. So I'm still very connected to, the kind of Stitchy community also.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them, have watched my book videos and comment stuff too. So, because a lot of Stitchers are readers, especially audiobooks, because you can, stitch while you listen,
Mm-hmm.
So I think you can, your book folks may not watch your stitchy, or your quilting videos,
Mm-hmm.
but some quilty folks will definitely find you, and I think you can, you can make your channel what you want it.
Absolutely.
So,
That's the fantastic thing about just YouTube in general. There's no specific formula. You don't have to do, if somebody tells you to do one thing that you have to stay in one lane. You don't. If you want to do books and cross stitch, if you want to do books and quilting, absolutely you can do it. There's no rules.
I think the folks that like to watch you.
Yeah.
And so they're going to be interested in what else you do. I think that's why tags, are so popular, because sometimes you learn, a little bit about, that person, little, dip into their personal life, or
just a little
what do they like to do for fun, or whatever, what's your favorite movie? I mean, people like to know these kinds of things about other people, especially once you've kind of connected with them on, on a more friendlier level,
Yeah.
So, I think you can make it work. There's people that talk about, books and movies and on their channel. So
yeah, there's a lot. Books and movies, books and TV. There's a lot of that going on now.
Yeah, we can make it work.
Turning Pages says, yes, library sales. Oh. Nose in a book. I live from my library book sale. I'm hoping to do a vlog for that. Just getting into vlogs. Do you vlog? Any advice for that?
I have started vlogging more this past year, and I enjoy doing it. Advice though, I don't know. I just kind of put a bunch of clips together. I throw in, maybe a little cooking breakfast video, and I'll put that in the middle and try to add some music in, and it's just advice, I don't know. I don't know, just it's just usually maybe it's for a week, and so here's what I've done this week, these are the books I'm going to read this week, and here's what I think about them throughout the week, and then here's also some other little fun things I did that week, so I'll kind of just disperse that in.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I did. I throw it all together.
I've never really done a full dedicated vlog, but what I do is I'll just take little snippets here and there, and you have so many snippets accrued over a week, and when you put them together, it's kind of magic.
Yeah.
When you put it together and you're like, hey, that kind of works, and it's working pretty well. So the best advice is just do it.
Just do it. Yeah, exactly.
Just do it. Just start recording different parts of your day and do it.
Yep. Yeah, because people like to see it.
Yeah.
I personally love vlogs. I just love it. So I love watching them. So yeah, just do it. We'll watch it.
Humans are newsy people, so we want
exactly
to know what's going on. It's natural for us, right? We want to know what's going on in people's lives.
I really want to know what you had for lunch. You know what I mean? I really do.
Oh. Ooh. Okay, so outside BookTube, I'm on social media. I'm on no other social media than Facebook, which family and real life people have only. I'd expand, but I don't feel like personal connections elsewhere. Yeah, it's kind of, every social media platform has different expectations, has a different,
vibe.
Yeah, it's just different. BookTube is the total communal thing for me. I can't explain it any other way. Jess says, Crystal, what do you think of Little Free Libraries video?
I love those too.
Do you have a Little Free Library near you?
Yeah, I have several.
Do you? I have one that I know of.
I've got several that are just down the road.
That's awesome. I would love
one time I scoped these I don't know, maybe 8 old Star Wars books out of one.
Yeah.
I was so excited. But I'm always dumping books in those too.
That's awesome. Love it. Nose in a book. I don't particularly enjoy Instagram, but I'm finding it helpful to connect more easily and more frequently with booktubers I've connected with on this platform. Yeah, I'm no comment on that because I deleted my Instagram account and I'm happier for it.
I love Instagram too.
I know.
And
A
there's
lot of people do.
Yeah, a lot of bookish folks there that are really, really fun to follow. And of course, you always add to your TBR, your list. It just gets longer and longer.
That's you want to read. Do you find through BookTube that your books that you want to read, TBR list, whatever you want to call it, keeps expanding week after week?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My want to read on Goodreads or whatever is just like in the thousands. I probably need to weed it out, but I'll just keep adding stuff to it. Absolutely.
Somebody will talk about a video and it might be your video, and I'm going to hit pause and I'm going to go check all my libraries that I subscribe to. If I can't find it, then I'm going to stick it on the Amazon wish list, and I'm going to stick it on Goodreads.
Exactly. That's exactly what I do.
It's like, I don't know if it's FOMO or what, but it's like, gosh, they said that book was so good. I got to read that book now.
Exactly. It sounds so good. I have to read it. Exactly.
There was a book. There was a book that came through my library. Somebody was talking about it. And I downloaded it, and I don't know where I heard about it from. I have no idea. And I'm like, is this something that I want to read? Obviously, at the time, I did.
At one time, it was, yeah.
3 months ago. I have no idea, but I'm like, whoa. And that really is the BookTube effect.
Oh, yeah. Even my lists on Libby, where you can you can make your little list. So I've got my lists. You have a little tag. So I've got a list I've tagged for that I can read ebooks.
Yeah.
And then I've got the tags for audiobooks. It's in the hundreds. I'm never going to read
What I started doing last year, and I should pick up with it, is on Libby, how you could create your own custom tags.
Yeah.
I would create custom tags for the channels that I watch. And then when the book would pop up, I would tag it for that. So that way I'd remember.
Yeah, I just made the ebook and audio to kind of separate those two.
Yeah.
But it's hundreds and hundreds.
It's the BookTube effect.
Between that, and your Amazon wish list, stuff that you can get on Kindle Unlimited, the stuff that my Goodreads, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then just all this stuff.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Can't forget about that, right?
I need to live forever.
Oh, I know. Matthew says, there are free little libraries in my town, but they always have only picture books and romance, which I really don't read. Yeah. That would be an interesting video, though, Matthew, is to get a book that is normally not what you read it, and then vlog about it.
Yeah, some of them are like kids.
Yeah.
You can tell they're kind of geared towards kids. Yeah. Which is good.
I'm getting used to Instagram, but go on it a lot to keep going. Yeah. Crystal, if someone asked you what your favorite book was, what's the first book that comes to your mind?
The Handmaid's Tale, Margaret Atwood.
That's a good one. That's a good one. And the fact that it was written so long ago is like mind-blowing.
Yeah. And I've read it so many times over the years, and it affects you differently, like sort of the time period that you read it too. When I, in my 20s, I definitely feel different about it than I do now. Because I read it again just a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. Yeah. So.
Let's see. It does take some getting used to finding your own style and whatnot. Yep.
Yeah. That's why I don't go look at those old videos.
Sarah has to go. Bye, Sarah. William said that's true. It took me a while to decide to combine books with bird watching. Yeah.
Yeah.
You make your channel whatever you want it to be. It's yours to curate. The Handmaid's Tale is one of my faves. So good. Yeah. Definitely a classic. When was that published? 1980? 70?
70s?
Was it 70s? I know it was a long time.
A long time ago.
Amazing. Okay, we're still here to answer questions. BookTube specific questions, book event questions, help, advice, anything like that. Feel free to leave a comment.
So what are you reading, MJ?
I am reading the book by there's a gossip site called Du Moi, and it's on Instagram.
Mhm.
And it took off maybe a year ago. And basically, it's this girl that just got sick of her job, and she just started posting all this insider industry gossip. It blew up. And before, you had to get accepted to follow it. Now it's just open to everybody. So I don't know if she specifically wrote the book or somebody wrote the book about that whole experience.
Ah.
But basically, it could be like a Garbogusty book, because it's writing about how that, enigma took off.
Yeah.
And it's just fun. It's like a Gossip Girl, like a Devil Wears Prada. There's a lot of fashion. There's a lot of, mean boss and employee trying to get revenge and all that.
Okay.
So it's good. It's good. It's a fast read.
Yeah. Sounds fun.
But that's what I have. And then I have Legends and Lattes after that.
Oh yeah.
And I can't wait to
so
get
much. I've heard so much good stuff about that one.
I know. It sounds really good.
Mhm.
Oh, let's see. Greg says there are occasionally good finds at little free libraries. Of course, I donated a Faulkner novel 8 months ago. I discovered it was still there this week. Well, maybe they read it and they put it back. Maybe. All right. The chat is quiet. Say hello. Let us know if you have any questions. So what do you like to drink when you read or snack when you read?
Well, the mornings it's definitely coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Snack, maybe popcorn.
I'm a popcorn
It's
girl.
in the evenings, yeah.
Yeah.
I love my kettle corn.
Mm-hmm. I had last week when I was doing sprints, I had a bag of, it was left over from the summer, but it was still good. It was watermelon hibiscus popcorn.
Ooh.
And it just had that sweet little watermelon taste to it.
Okay.
Really, really good. Handmaid's Tale was published in 1985.
Okay.
Wow.
I couldn't remember.
That was way ahead of its time. William, as a homeschooling family, we love bird watching. One of the books we owned longest is my collection is the Golden Press Bird Book. My great-grandparents gifted me when I was 7. That's wonderful.
That's lovely.
That is so cool. Were you a big reader when you were a kid?
Oh yeah.
Like little golden books and all that fun stuff?
I don't know if I read golden books, but like Judy Blume and Beverly Cleary was my childhood.
Yeah.
And I still have all of my Judy Blume and Beverly Cleary books that I have.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And so I read so much. I read a lot
Yeah.
as a kid. Sort of like that middle started. I'm sure I read like picture books, but I don't really remember that.
Mhm.
So probably, once you get to like that middle grade age, I was definitely reading a bunch of Judy Blume and then like maybe like I was like maybe 12 or 13, maybe 12. I read my first Stephen King book. I read
Wow.
Misery.
Wow.
And then I never looked back from horror.
That was
after
it.
that.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. I can't even imagine reading that. I was probably just waiting to buy my first Sweet Valley High.
I don't know what it was. I just I was wanting to, I don't know why I wanted to read it now.
It was
I
dangerous.
don't remember a lot of things, but I remember reading it. And
That's awesome.
Oh, this is good stuff,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Let's see. Greg says, I never eat while reading, but do you drink? William said, I found a little free library during my Dutch vacation last year, but did not have a book to trade. Courtney's commenting on my popcorn. It's really good. It was really good. Little free libraries are good because you could get a book for free. Yeah. And if you have books you want to donate, you can give your book back.
Mm-hmm.
I am too accident prone to eat, drink anything while reading. I usually am too, but if I have a desk, I'm good. I always bring a book to take from little free libraries. Nose in a Book says nice. Jess says, I love Stephen King too. Want to know a secret? I've never read a Stephen King book. Like from cover to cover. Never.
Well, Misery is a good place to start.
Okay. I have a short story collection. And I have his on writing, but that's it. That's all I have.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Man with the Habit Who Reads. I did a video going through a bunch of picture books I read when I was a kid. It was a fun trip down memory lane. That's nice. That's a really good video idea. Nose in a Book. I'm not sure if this was asked yet, but what are your favorite videos to film?
I love my wrap ups, my weekly chats where I just talk about what I read that week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really enjoy making those. And I love making TBRs. So I really
Yeah.
enjoy making my TBR videos too. I do a monthly TBR. So I'm usually just so excited about I wrote these books, and
Right.
I put way too many books on there knowing I'm not going to get to them all, but I'm excited about them all anyway.
Mhm.
Because I'm a planner, so I really like making my little list, and
Mhm.
planning out, because I'm a Libra, so I have a really hard time making decisions. So,
Okay.
so I like narrowing, because I want to read all these books. So I can't read them all, right? So I narrow them down, and, and the book clubs and stuff, I'll throw those in there. I have a
Nice.
little plan, and I make my little TBR, and I enjoy filming those too. So those and my weekly chats, those are fun. I like doing those.
Awesome. So those are the ones you like to make. What are the favorite ones you like to watch?
I love watching book hauls.
Ooh,
I
they're my
love book
favorites.
hauls, and I love other two people's TBRs. I want to know what you're reading, also, because
Mhm.
I want to know.
Yeah.
And
And then I want to write it down and add it to the list.
exactly, exactly. People's wrap ups. I love it all. I watch it all. So.
Mhm. I'm not sure if this was. Oh wait, we did that one. I would love to watch that. A Man with a Hat. When did you do that? Jess says, MJ, read Misery or Gerald's Game. Okay. I agree. Misery is a great way to start. Gerald's Game is my next one. I've read about 20 of his books. It was about 8 months ago. It was titled What I Read as a Kid. Read by Fred. I only have coffee or the occasional tea when reading. I don't eat while reading though.
I'm not precious about my books.
Yeah, I mean, I just popcorn, and I always have a napkin with me to wipe my fingers. So like, I'm
Yeah,
okay.
I have a little
I'm
napkin,
comfortable
but
with
like,
that. Yeah.
but I'm not one of those people that has to have keep their things pristine. I write my books and all
Oh
that kind of
God.
stuff.
No.
I know.
Tell me you don't dog her. You don't dog her.
I don't dog her because I have a million bookmarks, but
Okay.
I like to write my books.
Okay.
If I've underlined a line that has really caught my eye,
Okay.
what else
I
is
have
good one?
clear Post-it notes that I use for that. So they're clear and they could go in the book, and then I write on top of the Post-it note.
I do that too, because I'm also reading this Malazan book.
Nice.
And so because we're doing like a live chat about it, I've got little Post-its on it, but also I underlined all kinds of stuff in here too.
Whatever works, whatever floats your boat. Everybody's different, Oh, let's see. Everybody loves book hauls. What are your most viewed videos? Do you know what your most viewed videos are?
My most viewed, my book hauls do get a lot of views. But I put a video out last year. I can't remember now. It doesn't matter. But my any kind of like top. So I have like my top favorite horror books. That one has a lot of views, and also I have this video like where to start reading horror.
Yeah,
that one has a lot of views.
Cool. Now, do you do physical or mostly physical books or ebooks?
I say majority physical, but I definitely read ebooks too.
Yeah,
and I do a lot of audiobooks, so I don't always have the physical copy of that audiobook.
I'll tell you those the Murderbot books. I'm on book number 3 already. The audiobooks are fantastic.
Yeah, they're fun.
Really good.
Yeah.
Michelle's got to go to work. She said, have a great week. Have a great day. Thanks for stopping by.
Have fun at work.
Greg says book hauls. William says, I was reluctant to start with Stephen King for dabbling in horror because it was so generic, but I relented to do some tags as a gesture for a friend. Well, there you go. Courtney says, I love...
He's hit or miss.
Yeah. Courtney says, I love long discussion videos, but don't make them. Well, you should make one. Why not? Oh, she canceled you because you write in your books.
I'm sorry.
I can't write in my books. My head would explode if I tried. Oh, Greg, you're so funny. That's awesome.
I use pencil.
Oh. Courtney says, I use libraries so they would disown me if I wrote in them. Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Kara says, yeah, I don't write in books. I'm really disappointed if the cover bends or something from being dropped or being not. Yeah, I'm the same way.
Oh, yeah, I know. I worry about that.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Yes, yeah, don't worry. I think because a lot of my books are already secondhand anyway, so I don't.
Mhm.
I guess I just don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't.
Um,
I buy books. I don't like collect books in that way. I guess
mhm,
to keep. I want to read them. I don't know if that
mhm.
makes sense, but
But it's weird, even if I get like a cheap secondhand copy off of eBay and it's used and it's like crinkled and stuff like that, like I need it to stay like that. Like
to
it
stay
can't
that
get
way.
any,
Yeah.
it can't get any worse than that. I need to keep it kind of.
Right.
Matthew says, I just posted a book haul a week ago, shameless plug. Yep, and I watched it and it's a good one. He always has one book that I want to read all the time. All right,
Especially if you like
We're
do
still here.
a
Keep asking
used
your
book
questions,
haul.
guys.
Ooh.
Oh, I love a good book haul. I wish I could
Mhm.
take all my booktuber friends and go do the library sale that I go to. They would just own it. Oh, it's so good. Courtney says, "Oh, I am hard on books, throwing them around, but that book but had a book that someone dog ear a page, and I got so yeah, no, you can't dog ear with me. That's just wrong. And the thing that one e-reader that I have, the Kobo, they don't do bookmarks like to hold your place in the e-reader. They dog ear the page, and every time they did it, I'm like, you're killing me. You're killing me a little bit. It was terrible. Mason in the dark. I'm just glad I don't have
Hi.
to worry about maintaining a physical collection. That's a sight people problem. LOL. Yep. Good to see you.
True.
Mason. How are you? Lovely to have you here, friend. Oh, Garrett says, I'll watch it, mate. Awesome. That's what I love about this community is that we're all so supportive. Like, we subscribe to so many channels and we can't watch every single video. But if somebody says, hey, I did this video, everybody's like, yeah, I'm going to go watch it right now.
Mhm.
Just such a great, great community.
That's the hardest thing is because, gosh, I want to watch
Making
everyone's
time.
videos.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's really, really hard. And even like, I know I'm behind on a bunch of your videos. Like even people that I watch on the regular, I'm just behind.
Right.
I'm like, I need a sick day. I need a snow day. I need something. And then I'll get all caught up.
Yeah. I've
But
gotten to where I kind of pick like a day during the week, and
mhm.
because my job is one that I can kind of listen and watch,
Yeah.
things,
Uh-huh.
I'll kind of like binge like my watch later.
Yeah.
And I'll get through a lot like during the day, during like a
Mhm.
work day, and I
Yeah.
find that helps. So I kind of like pick like a day, maybe two, if I'm like, if it's if it's really behind.
Mhm.
And I'll try to at least just kind of binge through a bunch of folks.
Yeah. And I always say, hey, I'm still subscribed, even though I can't watch every single video they put out. Like I'm still subscribed. If I could hit the like button, like I will. It's
Mhm.
just, we only have so
Yeah.
much time in the day,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
Gareth says, hi, Mason. I'm putting up PAX Panic Tag on Tuesday to nudge the GoFundMe campaign again. That's awesome. William says, speaking of bookmarks, I'm a huge fan of magnet clasp bookmarks. I do like those too. I do enjoy those. Crystal, do you get inundated with so many comments you can't keep up?
No. Mm-mm.
No.
I do. I don't get, bunches of comments. But I try to answer right away as fast, as soon as I can, just so I don't forget. So I'm one of those people. If I don't do something right when I'm thinking about it, I'll forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I'll just kind of set some time to maybe like on Sunday morning, when you're kind of drinking your coffee, I'll go back to my videos and make sure I didn't miss something. Like
Yeah.
sometimes you miss one, and so I try to because for me that's important for me is to like be sure that I respond to people that take time to comment, because
Absolutely.
that means a lot to me that someone took the time to comment.
Mm-hmm.
And which is why I always try to comment when I can on other people's videos, because
Yeah.
it's nice to have that back and forth. So I
Absolutely.
definitely want to make sure that I reply in a somewhat timely manner, because that's important for me. And so that's definitely something I try to keep on top of.
Definitely.
But I don't get like dozens and dozens of comments on each video though. So I don't, it's not hard for me to keep up with it either.
To keep up with them. Okay. Let's see. Mason says, looking forward to it, Gareth. Been beautiful to see the love for PAX in the community. Yeah, totally.
I know.
Idjit is here. Idjit, sup, fools.
Hey.
Idjit says, yo, Idjit. How's she go? She go well. How you doing, bud? Turning pages. Gotta run, ladies. You're both incredible. Thank you both for your kindness. Keep making those amazing videos. Crystal MJ, thanks for popping in on the Buddy Watch last night. That was a lot of fun. We were watching the movie. Yay! Hey, Coda's here. Also use magnetic bookmarks. I like them because if you leave it in the middle of a page, you can just put it to the side with the arrow pointing the paragraph you're on. Absolutely. And thanks. Awesome. Might have missed some comments in here. Let me go back. I'm just glad I don't. Oh, that was the site thing. Okay. Speaking of book magnet, we did that. Oh, Mason said I'm good. A little frustrated due to creative constipation. The chapter I'm working on is giving me trouble. Do you ever find that you're stuck with making videos, like ideas or anything like that? Trying to come up with something? Or do you stick to the same formula?
Yeah. I kind of do the staples, but every now and then I think about like, I want to try something different, but I don't always know what to do, Yeah. So I have made like a list of like some vlogs I thought would be cool. So I'm trying to work those in throughout the year. Because I love a themed vlog.
Absolutely.
So that'll kind of shake the channel up a little bit, I think, throughout the year.
Yeah,
but I
definitely.
kind of just stick to the staples, TBRs, wrap ups, tags,
That's
which
right?
are fine, yeah. Yep.
Coda says, hi. Bitter Rollins is here. BA in the house. Ideas. Yeah, there's ideas out there. All right. What other questions do we have for Crystal? We're going to wrap this up shortly. Or anyone have any BookTube specific questions? Any issues that anyone is, struggling? Any barriers people are trying to get through? Creative barriers? Anything like that? Let us know. Oh, wrestling with books. The staples are what I enjoy as a viewer, especially reading wrap-ups. I do like a weekly wrap-up as opposed to a monthly wrap-up, though. I don't know why. I think because it's more recent. I don't know what it is with it. Maybe because I could get that book from the library and read it since that person didn't read it so long ago. I don't know. Keeps me up to date, I guess. Crystal, what 3 books would you like to be stranded? Oh, this is a desert island question.
Oh man, I don't know.
What 3 books would you have with you? First 3 that come to mind. You got it. Just go.
Let's pick a long one. So maybe like Stephen King's It.
Okay.
Because that would take up a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe The Handmaid's Tale, just because it's my favorite book.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Super Fudge by Judy Blume because it's one of my favorite childhood books. So that would make me happy while I'm stranded on the desert island.
Nice.
I got those 3.
Cool. Mason says, LOL, I don't read enough to do weekly wrap-ups. With my focus on writing, I've only read 3 books this month. Hey, 3 books is 3 books. Mm-hmm. Garrett's like, ooh, desert island question. Simon Slasher says, hey, yay, Crystal. Hi, Kelsey. William is
I do weekly because I read I read a lot. So
yeah.
But if I do a monthly, I won't know what I have to talk about books I read at the beginning of the month, and my videos would be like an hour long. It'd be like way too long. And
that really is the hardest part when you're thinking, oh God, like I did a video just last weekend, and I'm like, wait, I read that first before this one. Like you kind of lose track in time as to how many books you read, and then going back, especially if you're doing a monthly wrap up, to think about what you read the first week of the month.
What were your thoughts about it? And
I would definitely
it keeps it fresher in my mind, so I can like have those initial thoughts, feelings about that book I just read, so
absolutely.
Yeah.
William says, I will do a live stream on my birthday, but I fear the slow mode on subscribers will suppress participants. Still, I need to protect against spam. You deal with the spam. You just block them. You just roll with it. That's all. You'll be fine. Don't let the spammers get the best of you. That's what I say.
Because I think most people kind of expect it.
Yeah, and
Anyway.
once you get spammed, that's a sign that you're on the come up.
Exactly.
You're doing all right.
Exactly.
How to build a boat. Greg says on Desert Island, the book you want to build a boat. Oh, the book you want to build a boat on a desert
That's
island.
right. There you go.
Gotcha. Fred says, "What, Crystal? What about the essayist survival guide? LOL, you're on a deserted island."
I'm just assuming I'm just going to be there and hanging out.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm just like, this is an extended stay. Those in the book said, I already did a weekly vlog last week, but don't know if I will do that all the time. I was actually thinking about starting to do weekly reading wrap-ups instead. Just play with it.
Either
Play
one,
with
yeah.
it and see what your audience is interested in, see what gets you more subscribers. Test the waters. That's what I say. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Big deal. Move on to something else.
Yep.
I've been doing wrap-ups whenever I have 3 to 5 books I finish to talk about, as opposed to by a timeline.
Yeah. A lot of people do those kind of recent read types, and yeah, that's kind of the same. Yeah, kind of the same deal as a weekly. Is you just kind of while they're fresh in your mind, you chat about them.
Right. Code. I keep a running list with start dates and end dates. Goodreads does that for me too. What would we do without Goodreads? Mason, I would take 3 huge books that were big enough to strap together and use it as an escape raft. Wrestling says spammers keep things interesting. 3 books, LOL.
I know. I couldn't even narrow it down.
Do wrap-up vlog. Oh, Courtney's saying to nose. Do wrap-up vlogs. Mason says, where do you find the best place to promote videos? I really struggle with external traffic. Do you promote outside of BookTube? On Instagram or?
I do. Yep. I do post on Twitter. I will put it in my Instagram stories usually, like, here, I have a new video, and you can put the link, Yeah. And of course, in all the Discords that we're in, I try to, once I've posted, I'll throw them up in 1 or 2 of the Discord groups, and
yeah, absolutely,
and go from there.
There you go. A lot of great tips there for you, Mason. Awesome. All right, everyone.
Well, it's cool now because on Instagram, like they used to limit who could put a link into stories.
Yeah.
You used to have so many followers and be cool, But now anyone can put a link. So
yeah.
That's cool. For if you have a sort of not so many followers on Instagram, it's nice now that anyone can put a link.
Right.
So it makes that's helpful. It's helpful.
I just use I just posted on Twitter yesterday in my recent video. That's basically it, because I'm not on Instagram anymore. I think the best promo is just connecting with the community. 1000%, Courtney. 1000%. William's got to go. Okay, bye for now.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Any last minute questions? We're gonna wrap this up. We've been talking for an hour already. Oh my gosh. Any last minute questions? This is last call. Last call. I've got laundry to put away.
You don't gotta stay home, but you can't stay here. Right?
That's right. That's right. All right, everybody. Well, I guess we're gonna sign off. So, Crystal, thanks so much for hanging with us. Thanks so much for answering questions. It's been a lot of fun. Guys, we're gonna keep doing this. So probably the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna approach somebody out there to come on and do a little Q&A. And we'll do the same thing next week or 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now. So that will be when? Is that going to be? No, wait. That's going to be the 20. No. It's going to be the Garb-August weekend.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So it's gonna be the 4th. So it's gonna be trashy episode.
Nice.
All right. Let's just check with the comments one last time. Bitter Almonds. Coda says, I'm headed to the coffee shop to read some more. Happy Saturday. Very happy Saturday.
Yes, happy Saturday.
Yeah. Mindy says bye. Ollie says, great watching you guys chat. Thanks, Ollie. This was great. Really fun to hang out with you both. Thanks, Alex, for the support. Hit the like button, y'all. Thanks, Courtney, for watching out. Thanks, everyone. Great show. Goodbye, all. All right. So I will see you guys for the first weekend in February. So that'll be the first Saturday, and we're going to kind of do the same thing. All right. So
Okay.
thanks a lot, Crystal, again.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Goodbye for now.